All right, in this video, we're going to take a look at an FHA guideline that is tripping up even experienced LOs and processors. And the reason is that it's just not clear in the FHA guidelines. We're going to start here at cosign liabilities. So it says if the cosign liability is not included in the monthly obligation, the mortgagee must obtain documentation to evidence that the other party to the debt has been making regular on-time payments during the previous 12 months and does not have a history of delinquent payments on the loan. So that seems clear enough. But if we scroll up a little bit and we're looking for federal debts, back up at page 189. And here it says a federal debt refers to debt owed to the federal government for which regular payments are being made. And here it says the mortgagee must include the debt. So the feedback that we've gotten from several DE and HOC underwriters is that this clause here overrides the clause in the cosign debts allowing the debt to be excluded if 12 payments have been made. So if we get a situation such as a parent has cosigned a federal student loan debt for the child, but the child is now out and working and making the payments, and the parent applies for a mortgage for FHA, that debt must be included in the parent's DTI because it is a federal debt. So if we came over and you had a newer loan officer or loan officer assistant or processor training here on the Complete 1003 program, and they came down and they selected FHA, and we were doing a purchase, then as they worked their way through the interactive training, they would come to a point where they could fill in, is another person paying any of their debts for the previous 12 months? And so if they put one in, then they'd be prompted to then ask the borrower if there were any late payments, to let us know about those here in question 31B, and if so, to give the details. And then because FHA was selected up above, they would then see the guidelines on the FHA guidelines for omitting a debt that's been paid for 12 months. And here we would tell them if the debt is a federal debt, such as a federal student loan debt, many underwriters will not exclude the debt, even if the other obligated party has been paying in time for 12 months, as there is a clause under federal debt that says the mortgagee must include the debt. So you may find an underwriter who will not have this same interpretation and will exclude the debt. But as a whole, be careful, run it up the ladder. You don't want it to have your loan get turned down when there's a second underwriting pre-closing review, and your company certainly doesn't want it to come back on them during a HUD audit. So be careful if you run into this situation to get it checked out thoroughly.